That may have ended the rally. The white flag is out. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Kyle Busch trying to deliver for the first time here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. 2008 got the first win here for Toyota in NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Joe Gibbs has never won here in the Xfinity Series. And Kyle Busch trying to cross another one off the list. Coming off of turn 4, finally, Kyle Busch gonna win at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Back to the line, he delivers. Today here in Las Vegas. There it is, white flag, 1 lap remaining for Kyle.
But heavy traffic lies ahead for Busch. Look at all those lappers that he's gonna have to deal with.
And they're saving fuel in a big way. So you know they're slow, and he's gonna catch them fast and have to, possibly make an evasive maneuver here.
What a dominating performance. Going to lead 199 of 200 laps. He's won 78 times in his Xfinity Series career. He'll never forget this one. The first at his hometown track. Get out the checkered flag for Kyle Busch. Finally, he's a winner at Las Vegas. Trying to deliver his 4th win of the season. White flag is in the air. Brought to you by Credit One Bank. 1.5 miles to the victory for Kyle Busch.
He's got a 2.6-second lead, so he just has to make sure he doesn't make any mistakes. Manages whatever issues he might be having with the tires and just get there.
So dominant here tonight, leading 151 of 200 laps. His 80th career win, the best all time. How about getting it done 8 times at Texas Motor Speedway? Kyle Busch a lead as we come back to the white flag.
Larson slowing, something's wrong.
Eric Jones has the top spot. 1 lap to go, brought to you by Credit One Bank. Eric Jones trying to win the race and $100,000. Here's Kyle Busch inside. Can he make it stick? No, Eric Jones, checkered flag, big play day, he wins it.
Kyle Busch passes him on the outside. White flag coming out of Kentucky. One more time around. Daniel Suarez drops back and is fighting for 3rd now. He gets by Eric Jones, gets that position. Jones back to 4th. Kyle Busch trying to check out now after an incredible restart by Austin Dillon. Kyle Busch, the winningest driver in Xfinity Series history, will win in Kentucky. They wind up 33rd with under 3 laps to go. Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, Brad Keselowski, Daniel Suarez, Austin Dillon. A big day for Alex Bowman, being involved in an incident with Ty Dillon. Is running 8th now behind Justin Allgaier. 2 laps of racing to go. Brendan Poole also with a very good day in the 6th position. Currently only 13 cars on the lead lap.
With 3 and 4, will Kyle Busch be able to hold off the hard-charging Kevin Harvick behind him? White flag in the air, one more time around.
You see right there, Justin Allgaier inside Elliott Sadler for the $100,000, Rick.
Dash for cash. Allgaier takes the spot away from Elliott Sadler. Through the short chute, into 2. And down the backstretch they go. Allgaier in front of Elliott Sadler for Dash for Cash. That $100,000 bonus. Out in front of the field, it's still Kyle Busch. He's got a half a second lead over Kevin Harvick as they go into turn number 3. One last opportunity for Kevin Harvick to steal this win away from a dominant Kyle Busch. A year ago, Kyle Busch swept the Xfinity Series and Sprint Cup Series races from Indianapolis. Can he do it again this weekend? Kyle Busch will win in Indianapolis.
Yeah, guys, thanks. What a day.
And run. One more time around as the white flag will fly. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Not a lot of traffic out front, Rick. I think it only comes down to fuel. We expected 12 to have no issue with fuel, but we also saw the 20 run out of gas earlier, so you never know where there could be a miscalculation.
Amazingly enough, as strong as Team Penske has been throughout the year, They have not won a race in the Xfinity Series. And today it was a dominant performance by both Penske drivers, Joey Logano and Brad Keselowski. Logano started 12 races between the last time he was at this track and today, but had not been able to find victory lane. This time as he works his way through 6 and 7 for the final time today. Joey Logano comes out of turn number 7. He'll see the checkered flag. His 26th career win in the Xfinity Series. Logano wins at the Glen again.
Hey guys, awesome.
During it as Kyle Busch comes by the stripe. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Kyle Busch, the winningest driver in the history of the Xfinity Series. A champion in the Sprint Cup Series. Last year, he's the defending champion, taking advantage of track time and the opportunity to race in the Xfinity Series again. Looking for his 9th win of the 2016 season. Kyle Busch is going to win at Kansas.
White flag goes in the air for Kyle Busch. One more time around for the 18 as well as that 7 of Justin Allgaier. Can he make it all the way back around to the checkered flag? Will he be a part of the championship Ford running for the title? Kyle Busch, final time through 3 and 4. Looking for his 82nd or 86th win coming out of Ford. Kyle Busch is going to win in Phoenix. White flag in the air. One more time around. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Daniel Suarez, the 24-year-old from Monterrey, Mexico, has the lead and has been dominant. 132 laps out in front today. The one thing he wants to do is lead lap 133 to be out front for the final lap. As he comes out of turn number 4, he will be the first ever international champion in NASCAR.
Performance we usually see by him, so he's done a great job getting his car turned around and one to go.
White flag is out. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. About a mile away from his 87th career victory, Kyle Busch out in front of Brad Keselowski.
We talked after practice yesterday, Chase. We didn't see a clear-cut favorite, and you're right. Kyle Busch just worked hard all day long to get himself in a position to do this.
Took Kyle Busch a long time to get his first Atlanta win. It came last year. Now he's going to go back-to-back. Kyle Busch in a familiar place. 1 lap to go for Kyle Larson. White flag is out. Brought to you by Credit One Bank.
He doesn't need to pass Brennan Poole here, but he's going to anyways.
For good measure. A dominating day for Kyle Larson. Started on pole. Is going to lead 137 laps. 8th win of his career. Going to be his first at Dover. Kyle Larson does it.
One more time around at Kentucky. That's 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Eric Jones, a valiant effort today, as has been with the 12 of Ryan Blaney. He makes the pass. He's going to try to get by Eric Jones going down the backstretch for the final time. That's a fight for second. While he does clear him, Ryan Blaney. Now, the closest car to the 18, but it's not close enough. Kyle Busch comes out of turn 4. He's going to win at Kentucky again. It's been incredible. Once again, a great battle building between Brad Keselowski and Kyle Busch at the start of this race and throughout the first 2 stages, but then a late penalty for Brad Keselowski. Equipment leaving the box has really put the race back into Kyle Busch's hands convincingly. Under a lap to go for Kyle Busch, looking for his series leading 89th victory in the Xfinity Series as he comes out of turn number 4, a very familiar sight. Kyle Busch wins again.
Finish line for the white flag. Kyle Benjamin with a nose ahead. Who will have it at the stripe? Priest will have it. White flag is out. 1 lap remaining in Iowa.
I'm going to tell you, Ryan Priest and Kyle Benjamin have put on an exhibition here of how two young drivers should race each other. This is phenomenal. Benjamin got a great restart. Ryan Priest fired off perfect. Great run by these guys.
Ryan Priest said, fate will tell me if I meant to do this at a bigger level. Fate has decided Ryan Priest is going to win.
Back down Hemrick. Here comes Sam Hornish. White flag. 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank.
You get the white flag on an oval, you say, I've just got 4 corners to negotiate. A lot more here. You've got 13 of them. Sam Horner's done it pretty much flawlessly all day long. See if he can continue that.
Just under 2 miles remaining for the Defiance, Ohio driver. Said early on today to us, came here as a kid watching the races. And then became an IndyCar champion. Strong runs here in the open wheel categories, but never a victory in the Xfinity stock cars since they've been racing here. He's been victorious on the ovals in Xfinity. Yep. But this is his home in so many ways. Now managing in the rhythm that has brought him to the front all afternoon long and kept him there. And Hemrick is a ways back. He'll have to hope for that mistake out of Hornish, but I don't see it coming. Coming through the final corners, lifting that left front. Now a right-hander through the carousel. And down to the final corners, tires barking. Sam Hornish under control. The left-hander to the checkers. Sam Hornish is going to win at home in Mid-Ohio.
The battle continues for position. Under a lap to go. The 18 of Kyle Busch. He's been dominant. This is the 186th lap that he will lead. The most important. Kyle Busch is going to win at Bristol again. Wasn't able to win either stage 1 or stage 2. A big run off of 4 by the 22 of Logano. White flag going in the air. One more time around. Here comes Logano. Exiting turn 2. A little wiggle by the 18. Will there be contact? Down the backstretch they go. Here comes Logano. He looks to the inside. Logano slides up the racetrack. He takes the lead, but Hamlin comes back on the inside. The crossover move. And Hamlin will win in Darlington. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank. 7/10 of a second separating 1 and 2. Eric Jones again looking for his 3rd win in the Xfinity Series in 2017 and looking for the sweep here at Texas. Able to get the win in April. And now comfortably out front. He'll come in front of the grandstands again. The checkered flag goes
to 1 lap to go.
That's a nice feeling, Adam. Not a lot out the front windshield and nothing in your rear view mirror as you head down into turn 1 for one last time.
Last win came at Dover in September.
And such a good guy, good family. I was teammates with his dad, Dave, and the neatest thing about him is this kid drives his butt off. He gets the most out of that race car each and every lap. And then when he gets out, he's not even wound up or anything. He's just pretty calm.
Those fresher tires.
There's the white flag. Next flag ends the race, whether it be the caution or the checkered. In this place, no stranger to last lap passes, but I'm not sure anybody is going to be able to get to Brad Keselowski.
Look at the big move by Bell off turn 2 to grab 3rd away from Dillon.
Crash. Down the back straightaway. No caution yet. There it is. Keselowski is leading.
Down the backstretch.
And Brad going to win for the 2nd time in 2018 here at Charlotte.
One more time around for Kyle Larson, the 25-year-old who 20 years ago, when he was 5 years old, sat down and did an interview, and he told his mom and dad, he said, I like to start in the back. And they said, well, why? Why would you like to start in the back? He said, because I get to pass more people. Well, that happened today for him because they had to change the right front tire. It had gone down after qualifying. He had to start in the back of the field. He went from the back to the front in dominating fashion. And Kyle Larson will come out and win at Chicagoland. Running so strong, and what a great battle he and Keselowski put on. Coming to the white flag, 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank for Joey Logano.
A nice clean entry into turn 1. He knows he has some distance out the back. Now it's just time to take care of this 22 car. One more circuit for Joey Logano.
He's got one more lap around Watkins Glen to drive that into victory lane. His black and red Ford up to the S's for the final time. All he's got to do is string together some perfect laps, and that's exactly what he's doing so far. He has just left turn 4, and he's headed up the back straightaway.
Just hit mark here, man.
Easy into the inner loop here. Talk about emotions. A few laps ago, he had somebody putting so much pressure on him, he didn't know whether he was going to be able to hold him off for the win. Then you look up out of the mirror coming out of turn 1, and it's empty. He cruises out of the carousel toward turn 6.
And what a great feeling when you have an opportunity as a race car driver to take the lead on a late race restart, manhandle them and take it from them. That's what Joey Logano did as he's coming to turn 7 and last corner on the race.
2 previous wins at Watkins Glen in the Xfinity Series, both starting from the pole. He did it again today, started from the front. He'll finish up front. Logano wins at Watkins Glen.
Christopher Bell, I'm pretty sure, is taking the safe route around, making sure he doesn't make a mistake.
And 1 to go, presented by Credit One, as he fights his way through 1 and 2. Down the backstretch for the final time. Christopher Bell following in the footsteps of Kyle Larson. An excellent dirt track racer, and now a winner at Richmond, back to back.
Once we see that, the next flag will end it, whether it's the caution or the checkers. 1 to go here at Pocono.
Love the way they're trying to break the draft, trying to make sure that they don't get any extra speed. Look at that, Reddick. He lost track of where he was going down into turn 1. Brushed the right side up against the wall. Easy there, buddy. He is on it, man. He has been after it today. Look at this.
What about that call by Randall Burnett to bring that car to pit road? Love that.
And he still didn't get that clean exit off of 1, and Custer's got to run at him through the tunnel turn, through the tough bumps. Custer's at least giving himself a chance at it. What do we got here? They're going to drive down into 3, and Custer could just go after his rear bumper. That's what I'd just go after his rear bumper.
One last chance for Cole Custer.
Oh, he's sideways.
Reddick on the track.
He's got to move to the inside. Take it, Adam.
Custer to the inside of Reddick. He takes over the lead, and he's going to get the checkered flag.
Got a little newer tires, but meanwhile, for this guy,
it is white flag, 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. And for Austin Cindric, he has talked about how special this would be.
All these two still go down to the checkered. Oh.
And a great exit there by Chase Briscoe. Can he keep that distance?
Yeah, Cole caught the curb a little bit. Got unsettled. He's going to have to make up a lot of distance if he's want to get back to his teammate and try to make a run out of him.
Meanwhile, top picture, that blue 22, Team Penske, so successful here over the years in whatever discipline they employ. Austin Cindric, the 21-year-old who was born just an hour south from here, grew up in Mooresville, North Carolina, and had joined Team Penske part-time last year and full-time this year, Parker. It's been a turnaround season for him.
No doubt. And one thing I noticed on that race car, even all the times that he was forced to be mid-pack, back in a lot of cars, and a lot of cars getting to the front that really didn't belong there at times, there's not a mark on that race car. This is an impeccable day for Austin Cindric. Really, truly an incredible performance by him in that 22 team.
A road course racer who knows how to take care of the equipment, knows how to make it fast when he needs to, and knows how to bring it home at his home racetrack. Austin Cindric is going to get the biggest win of his life at Mid-Ohio.
Guy's got a little bit of a run. Can he apply enough pressure on the exit of turn 1?
1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Kyle Busch trying to get to win number 100. He's going to make 96 if he gets back to the Brickyard first here in Indy.
For the final time into turn 1, here's Allgaier waiting to see if he has enough to make the move. So far in 1-0. So far in 2-0. Can he draw up off the corner? Here for the final time, Allgaier almost makes contact with the wall.
There was a slight wiggle on the 18 car there. Kyle Busch just couldn't open the door. He's not quite close enough. He might have the run here, but he doesn't have the momentum to make that move into 3. There was a slight window open, and it just wasn't big enough for Justin Allgaier. Allgaier's going to make a big arc into turn 4, trying to get to the bottom a little bit sooner. Hope the 18 wiggles. 18's not going to make a mistake. Kyle Busch ends it at the checkered.
Kyle Busch in front of the 7. Kyle Busch is going to win again at the Brickyard.
Take me now. Awesome. One more nice smooth lap here. You'll be a two-time championship by 15 to 00.
1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Tyler Reddick for the final time down the backstretch. The gap between Reddick and Custer, 1.4 seconds. That's the difference between a championship and running runner-up. It's taken a win every year to win the title. And now Tyler Reddick, he's going to join the greats of the Xfinity Series. Tyler Reddick has won it.
To the inside. Noah Gregson back to the white flag. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. 3 wide, turn 1. Burton looking for the point.
I think Cindric's in the best position right now if he can get a run.
I don't. Harrison Burton is.
Cleared him.
Huge run for Harrison Burton. He is in the lead, ladies and gentlemen. This is going down the back straight for the last lap.
Harrison Burton quiet all day long. Puts himself in the top 5 late. A great pit start. Restart second, and here he comes off of turn 4. Second win of the year. Give it to Harrison Burton. Time by, sponsored by Credit One Bank, and make a mark on where the start-finish line is. You have to come all the way back through the tri-oval. Next flag will end it, whether it's the caution or they make it back to the checker.
And the reason I want to be on the bottom is you see Allmendinger on the outside. He's trying to get to that 100,000. He knows he's probably not going to be able to win this. That outside's going to be broken up a little bit.
Jeb's got to
block both sides here.
Yep.
Chastain leading right now for the Dash for Cash, but he's got Allmendinger right behind him. Teammates lined up on the outside.
All 3 Kaulig cars lined up in the outside lane.
Justin Haley taking the lead in the outside lane. The 11 on point. Side by side for second. That's Chastain and Burton. Here comes Allmendinger. Back through the tri-oval. Can Haley control this thing? Yes, he can. First career victory at Talladega. It goes to Justin Haley. Here he is. Whoa.
1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. And once again, it's Austin Cindric. Over the past 5 races, now make it 6. We have been mentioning this. Austin Cindric and the run that he's on. Before this run started, most of the talk about Austin Cindric was how good he was on road courses. But then you threw in the Kentucky double, where he went back-to-back wins and won on an oval, and all of a sudden Austin Cindric became a great race car driver. Not just a road course racer, but a great race car driver.
This is crazy what he's doing. I mean, you mentioned Sam Ard. Sam Ard is a legend in the Xfinity Series. Compare that run he was on to this one that Austin Cindric is on. It makes you appreciate how impressive Austin Cindric has done these last 2 months.
Well, don't let these closing laps fool you. This was not an uncontested victory. 98 of Chase Briscoe pushed the 22 to the brink a few times. The 22 and the 98 had a heated battle coming to the end of stage 2. But they just continued to push each other. And he found a way through that crazy restart. We saw it, wrecks everywhere. He did his job. He somehow found a way to get this 22. I mean, you look at it, relatively unscathed, Rick, one of the best looking cars on the track.
We heard Mario Andretti talking about watching history. He was talking more about the fact that this was the first time the Xfinity Series would ever be on this road course, or the Cup Series coming in here. But Austin Cindric right now is making history in what he is doing in this series and how dominant he is, especially over the last 6 races, winning 5 out of the last 6 races and the first ever road course race for the Xfinity Series at Daytona. He comes out, sees the checkered flag. Austin Cindric wins again.
Well, what's going on around you? And this guy right here, he is dominated tonight.
Yeah, 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Dominated is an understatement. For the first time in his career, he has swept the first and second stages. He's led 163 laps. He's got almost a 1.5-second lead over second place even after the restart. He called his shot at the beginning of the season. He said, I think it's going to take 8 wins. 8 wins this year to advance to the Cup Series. Well, welcome to win number 8 on the season. Chase Briscoe's going to win at Vegas.